on Facebook, and I
Ellen,
answered.
unless you want to stay muted, you can unmute yourself. Same with you, Sarah.
Not talking because sometimes I get some background noise here with the
Thank
baby.
you.
And you can, yeah, we can see you. This is not
The left tackle, Jack Nelson's gonna step
a
down.
panel. This is just a chat. So we like to see who we're talking to.
Sure. Yeah, I just found that I
Now Wisconsin's
wind up capturing the mic if I get, a kid hooting in the background or something.
I forgot I had my TV on. Sorry about that.
I was
Well,
wondering
you
maybe it
know,
was.
I've got dogs in the background, so
I've got family in the background.
I have Doberman in
know-
the background.
My daughter says, "What are you doing?" I have a TagCon chat coming up. I'm looking for something.
Recording in progress.
Hi, Julie.
Here we are.
Hi, Julie.
Yes. Sorry, microphone's on. Good evening.
Hey.
Evening.
Hi, Alex. Oh, you put your special background on. Nice.
Hello.
I have enough dirty ceiling. I've got a bunch of work to do on my house, and so y'all don't need to look at my spotted ceiling. It's kind of embarrassing.
I do when I'm at my desk because my little girl's desks are right behind me and it's always a hot mess.
Yeah.
Not my desk. Very true. Very true. Emily, your desk is the messiest, but anyway.
Oh, I don't know. I might, if I took off the blur, I might win that one.
I don't want to get into that competition.
There's no winners.
No.
Do people recognize this one?
Yep.
Since that's
Oh,
the
that's true. I could put up my homemade one.
How many of you have read the first chapters of EOS?
Well, I don't think there's anybody who hasn't.
I haven't.
Oh, really?
Why? I haven't been able to.
Oh.
Because somebody, not gonna name any names, but they're in this meeting, hasn't told me how to.
Oh,
Well, the nerve.
yeah.
How rude.
Well, I don't suppose we should tell you then in front of her because, maybe she has a reason.
No, that's not a state secret. He's plenty allowed to be on Wattpad. And he gets his own control of his Discord account now because he turned 13.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. Well, congratulations. 13 is a
Thank
big
you.
number.
No.
You're a teenager. I
So
remember that.
let's start out by talking about art. Who amongst you besides Liz is artistically inclined somewhat?
A little bit.
A little bit?
I'm out of practice. I need to go and take a watercolor class. I
Just
don't
pick
know when
up
I'm going to fit
a
that
pencil.
in.
Just pick up a pencil and put it to paper, Nydia.
Yeah, well, I used to draw very well, and I probably still can if I did it. But it's kind of like I've been so busy raising kids and working that I just let that stuff go. It's really sad. But I like your stuff, Liz.
Just pick up the pencil. I was the same. I didn't think I
Yeah.
could draw. Just pick up the pencil.
Yeah.
Well, Liz, didn't you recently take some art classes?
Oh, kind of. But a couple of years ago, well, I think was COVID on? I think so, yeah. There was a online free natural history illustration course online.
Wow.
Nice.
From a
That's what I
university
need to
in
find.
Australia. And it wasn't very much, but they gave you a few pointers. Do this, do this, do this. So I gave it a go. And I was surprised how good I could do it. But I didn't think I could do it. So just pick up the pencil and put it to paper and try drawing what you see or what you imagine, one of the two.
Yeah.
Well, I can do like architectural drawings. I can do landscapes, but I cannot do people.
Right? You shouldn't say I cannot.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, I
I
had
can
to
do
go.
people, but they often look stilted or wooden, they don't there's.
My people right
lacking
now look like
movement.
stick figures.
You just need some technique, that's all. If you can draw
Yeah.
one thing, you can draw something else.
Yeah.
My people look like I read Ed Emberley's How to Draw a book in second grade.
But I mean,
I haven't-
realistically, folks, if we're going to continue doing the art contest and the costume contest, we need more entries.
And trees, yeah.
I mean, we've had, what, at the most 6
Yeah.
entries?
6, 7, 8, or a couple of
Somewhere
entries
there.
from.
Let's just say less than 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
less than
And each
Yeah.
year when we start working on the committee and, you know, putting things together, goes, well, we'd like to have this so that with the fans can vote, but we don't have that many. So if we don't have, we have less than 10, it's just not worth all the stuff that we go through to put them together for everybody to vote on. So
I
we
know, it
vote.
was really worth it to see that, the Revit dress.
Thank
That
you.
was impressive. Yeah, it was.
That was
really.
artistic.
When I saw that, I was just like, that's a wowzer.
Aw,
Well,
thank you.
when,
Well
when Ricky was saying she was going to do it, the rest of us were going, okay, well, I hope she's not going to model it, or maybe she'll wear a bodysuit underneath. I mean, we
Just-
were
Just
we
at
were a
home.
bit concerned.
And then I sent them a video. I bet you were so scared to open it.
Oh, that was
Well,
pretty.
no,
cool.
because I mean, with us, I mean, it wasn't going to go any further.
Yeah.
We
Yeah, that was
decided
pretty,
it wasn't
that was very
appropriate
clever.
Going in.
Hi, Carrie.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, how are you doing, Carrie?
Oh, hanging in there, like always.
You know who
Karen,
would-
we're talking about getting more involved with art.
Yeah. And I'm a terrible, terrible, terrible artist. So I'm going to be a viewer here. I'll be a lurker, but I won't participate really because I can't barely write my name, much less draw anything.
Well, we're also,
some people-
we're also considering on the Facebook groups and maybe the forum as well, if we have the interest on the forum, of making like, we'll pick a day of the week and call it fan art. One of the other groups I belong to has like Fan Art Friday.
Yeah.
Everybody submits to that particular thread, and it's, sometimes they have a winner. They don't win anything, they just win bragging
Right.
rights.
Yeah. That makes
I'd
sense.
love to see a makeup Friday where, because makeup's simpler, right? It's not like a
Sewing,
dress or
yeah.
outfit that takes forever to do. You could spend half an hour and practice your EOS makeup or whatever. I
That
think
would
that'd
be kind of cool idea.
I say speak for yourself, Ricky. I'm just awful with makeup.
Oh, so am I. Don't get me wrong. I would not be the one doing it, but I know that lots of people are incredibly talented with makeup, and it is
Yes, they
not me. No,
I could get my daughter used to do stage makeup.
Makeup also falls under the category of costuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
for
And
sure.
the first year we did this, we did have someone that submitted themselves in the makeup.
Yeah.
It
I
was,
poured
it was
makeup.
neat. Yeah, it was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So high,
we could,
high
you know, we could
fashion
pick-
makeup.
We could pick
Yeah.
a day of the week, and we don't have to do it every week. It's just, we would have a particular dedicated thread. And we get to see what people, you know, are doing.
Or
I mean,
high
Jason
fashion
has a
shoes.
Jason has a costume. He's got his tagged sweater.
I don't know. I think some quilters would really be good with pillows. You know, because they were making all the jokes about the
Oh,
heavy coming in. I mean, pillows.
yes, pillows. Yes, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Only if they're fish pillows.
Fish.
We could actually have a fish competition if everybody does a fish pillow.
Ooh, well, if we once we go live again, yeah, fish whacking would be great. Instead of fencing, we're gonna relive Anu's hot moment.
Yeah.
It's the
Hopefully with not live fish.
no with the salted fish.
Hi, Harriet.
Hi, good evening, everybody.
Well, afternoon your side.
Yeah.
I like the idea of makeup. Erin, my daughter used to do stage makeup, so I already have my in-house
Oh.
makeup
Oh.
artist.
You're lucky.
Well, we could make it a makeup Monday.
It's like a makeup class,
Yeah, that sounds like schoolwork.
a snow day.
In Arizona?
Well, no, she was talking about a makeup Monday, and I said, it sounds like a makeup class
Yeah.
as in snow
Yeah.
day. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just a little loopy because of sleep issues. But I like the idea. I do so, but I don't have the time these days to do some of the stuff you guys have done. But that's why I appreciate it so much when I see it.
You were supposed to be retired and, you know.
I
mistress
volunteered
of
for
your
too
own
many
time.
things. My Sunday, this Sunday is tomorrow. I go to church at 10 to 11. At 11:30, I'm teaching how to become a Catholic class. And then again, at 5:30, I'm going to teach a catechism class. I guess that's the best way to put it. 5th graders. So it just becomes a bit of a,
Still
I
have my
thought, I
pin
really
from
did
fifth
this to
grade.
myself, didn't I?
I was gonna
I still
say,
have I still have my pin from 5th grade.
Pardon?
I still have my catechism pin from 5th grade with the 3 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
don't know.
anyhow.
I don't know how that stayed in my box of jewelry stuff all these years, but it's still there.
Yeah. Cool.
Stop it.
And as far as costuming, it doesn't have to be fancy. It can be
I
very
would love
simple.
somebody to do Gwen's wedding dress, though. That would be cool.
oh my gosh.
It would have,
So
I-
hard.
Yeah.
All I could think of was Velcro.
Say hi to
Velcro
the other
spots.
people, Phil. Are you gonna do it?
because that's actually 4 dresses. So
Yeah.
it's,
Mhm.
I'm
And not
thinking
only
about
that,
it.
but
Yeah.
you would need somebody who is, you know, those fast change artists that
Mhm.
change their costumes every,
Yeah.
you know, just like
I mean,
boom.
in the art of video, you can, you know, take, you got the one
Right.
dress, okay, stop, go change, okay, next.
Yeah, but that's not how they do it on stage. They-
Oh.
What if you have a video of somebody walking and somebody off camera
Yeah,
pulling with a fishing line,
Yeah.
pulling the layer
Pulling it
off?
yeah, so that it would flow off, yeah.
And I
Yeah.
would probably use something really lightweight, like, oh God, tulle is not really an easy fabric.
No,
But something really lightweight that where you
Netting-
can get it,
netting would
snag
work.
it easy.
Yeah, crepe,
What? Yeah. Crepe would be good.
yeah.
Yeah,
crepe is-
great. Because it
But
was
it's horrible to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you really, you want something that is very inexpensive.
Yes,
Yeah.
you do.
yeah.
Muslin.
You know,
Amazing what you can make with muslin.
at a lot of the
What a great
regular
dye.
conventions, there are people that spend thousands of dollars on their
Oh, yeah.
costumes here all weekend.
I saw somebody that was wearing leather armor, and they literally had the studs all the way around. I said, how long did that take? Oh, 2 years.
No.
Yeah, that was when I met Vera for the first time, was at Dragon Con in Atlanta, and I was
Yeah, you
limping
made a
around on my knee.
You made a simple costume. You had the t-shirt with the.
That was Erin's idea. Okay, so my daughter has been to multiple cons. I haven't. I'm sad because I really missed some opportunities. So she said, Mom, we got to dress up like something. So we went over to Walmart. We were staying in Atlanta that night. We went over to Walmart, and all Walmart had left was these neon t-shirts. So she got a green one because she's a green, and I've got a yellow one, neon colors. And I took basically some scissors and cut holes, and we threaded them with shoelaces on the shoulders and down the arm. And it was, I love Shoelace Girl, something like that on the front of it. So yeah, we can costume, but I wouldn't have done it if Erin hadn't thought about it. I guess I just lived in my nerdy world all this time. But that was really a lot of fun. It was fun to meet everybody.
Yeah, I bet.
Yes, it was.
I do have a partially completed red dress to show if you want to see it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Ricky, since you're not
Or do you wanna
really
wait?
you're not really an active member of the committee, you can actually join it. I mean, you can actually submit it.
Oh, I don't need to be part of a contest. It's just fun to make. But yes.
But at
sure,
least, you know, at least
yeah.
submit it. I mean, if you don't want to be judged, that's fine, but submit it so that we've got something.
I will.
Yeah.
I definitely will submit it. Yeah.
And this
I
one,
just
you can
wasn't-
video yourself in it. I like that idea.
This one does fit. Yes, it does fit. It was really interesting. Do you want me to show you it partially finished?
Yeah.
I can turn the
Mhm.
phone.
I want to
Okay.
see what materials you're using to get that
Oh,
black
just-
red.
Yeah,
I want to
not
change my view
successful.
so that you're full screen.
Okay, hold on here.
Put it on speaker view.
So I'm gonna flip it around. Let me just flip the fiddle. All right, so this is what I've, I don't know if
Oh,
it
it's
shows it to you.
pretty.
So
Love the
I've got,
color.
so the top, so the only way I could get it is in 3 different sections so far. So I'm not actually really all that happy with it because it's not quite like the dress is described where it's a gradual gradient.
This is
Um,
the Carmen, this is the Carmen dress.
This is the Carmen
Yeah.
dress.
From
Yeah.
Complete- from
So-
Complete-
Vera leaves a lot up to the imagination. And I even emailed her a couple of times trying to bug her a bit more about what exactly did she mean for the shoulders and stuff. And she's, you know, she's Vera. She's like, make it your own, right? You're like, that's not helpful. But so mine
You
has
have to know how
shoulders.
to ask Vera certain questions to get answers.
Well, maybe I should be bugging you. That's who I should be bugging. Nancy. You all know that. So anyway, so it's got shoulders to hold it up because I got girls and they need shoulders. And
I don't
I
think it was, I
understand.
don't think it was strapless and
say
and Jen had
And
girls
she-
too, so.
Yeah, she was amply endowed.
Gwen would
Yeah.
not have gone strapless.
that's what
Yeah.
I feel like too.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I didn't quite get the gradient. It's 2 layers
Mhm.
in order to try to get the gradient, but the gradient fabric does exist,
Yes, it
but
does.
it's $50 a yard.
The
Yeah.
other
to buy.
possibility is to paint it, to find something, a cotton. Of course, it's not going to be as pretty as a
Paint?
polyester
Ooh.
shiny,
Or
because
or
polyester is
do
not going to
a
take paint.
diet. Or diet.
Yeah, you could do that, but
You
can't
can
use
do gradient
polyester.
till you're dying.
Yeah, well, it's chiffon on the top. The top layer is like a chiffon.
I like that. I like that,
So yeah,
that middle section. That's really cool.
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah.
I actually like the middle section much better than I like how it turned out on the bottom. If I was going to do it again, I'd put another layer of black chiffon actually underneath. But it's too late. I can't do it anymore. So it was a fun experiment and a really fun
Cool.
learning process for me. And my mother, who sews way more extensively, or at least did in her youth, she was like, what are you doing this for? She was able to come and offer some good counsel and some advice. So it was a great opportunity to kind of bond with my mom, which is also, I think, kind of in the spirit of Gwen too, right?
That's
So I
nice.
can't wait to see what other people are doing. Does anybody else have anything to
We
show?
wish that more people were doing what you're doing, you know?
And with the reason we kind of wanted to do art and costuming, this, especially for us Americans, this is Halloween month. If you want to get something, this is the month to go get a costume or pieces of a costume because they're cheap.
Mhm.
And they'll be even cheaper right
After Halloween.
In
Yeah.
November, yeah, 1st of November.
So, if you want, some kind of frilly veil or whatever, you can go get a costume one, go get a costume.
Yeah.
They don't have to be handmade.
No, I would recommend you don't.
I mean, Ellen's children.
No, look at, yeah.
they
Was it
had-
Alex? Were you with one of the kids in the cat? In the
Yes,
chem- you,
I was George.
that's
With the
what I,
brown shirt.
And then your little brother was
oh, and your-
Kim.
yeah,
My little
right.
sister Annabelle was
Sister, okay.
Kemji.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. So, you
And-
guys were really creative. I have to hand it to you. You were really doing it in the spirit of the books. So that was great.
you. I'm not going to spoil anything, but my mom and I do have a couple plans for some costumes.
All right.
Oh,
Right.
Not spoiling anything. Don't say anything, Mom.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
spoiler alert. No spoilers.
Mum's the word.
I will just say
No,
that there.
and you need to know that, Alex, you can say anything you want to mom, because mom is not allowed to judge. When it comes to costumes or art, if you want to do some art. But by the way, how are you as an artist? Is there anything you want-
Absolutely terrible. I was doing something in class yesterday because I was in school and we had to draw chickens. Mine looked like a weird bird. Like it didn't even look like a chicken, just like a weird bird.
I was gonna say chickens are weird birds.
Well, I mean,
Well,
they
okay,
are
fair.
a bird, so you at least,
Yeah, at least it looked like a bird, but it was not good.
You can see Miami is a tough place to
Well,
race
you've got
obstacles.
plenty of
One
time
year
to
last year
practice,
with
and maybe
Ryan
you might
Snyder
want to try
behind
a
the wheel. Right now he's
Pegasus
15 below the cut line and with Kim Booth.
or a cheetah.
Somebody on his
If
radio.
somebody has a TV on or a radio,
on the bottom of the racetrack yesterday. You said that's where you felt great,
that
but
needs
we
to
have
be
got good
turned
So
off.
do you have a car that confines you on the
Thank you.
Phyllis, I put you on mute because you have something in the background.
She doesn't have any video either, so.
Maybe she's in the car. I couldn't tell.
That's what I thought. Maybe she was in the car. That's what it sounded
Yeah.
like.
I did this drawing. I don't know, it's not a lot of light in here. This
Can you
is
push
another-
it closer? Yeah,
Liz,
there.
you need to take off your
Oh.
background.
Oh,
Yeah.
you,
Wait a
Is-
minute.
It's
Yeah, that
under,
might
it's on little arrow by video.
you
Yeah,
got it.
there you go.
It's better. Oh, is that the grandmother?
I
I'm
bought this
Arabia.
one. I
Amarabia?
initially did this one, but I think she looks too young.
Yeah,
So then I did this one.
yes.
She looks
Liz,
like
maybe she's Greek. All
Yeah,
the Greek women I've seen at 70 look like they're about 40.
Yeah,
That's
no,
really
I-
good. That is
Wow.
really
Nice work.
Just trying to find some faces that might match. And this girl here, I thought might look like Hasmic.
That's
Yeah.
gorgeous. That's a
Yes.
gorgeous picture.
I know, I love that one.
Beautiful. Anyway, but it's fun.
Beautiful.
It's fun trying to find. I look for faces on the internet that I think might suit the character, and then I try to draw them.
Hmm.
Well, you do a very good job trying. I think you did it.
Yeah.
I love the Kiss artwork. I sat there and stared at it for like 40 minutes. It was just gorgeous.
That
Just
was
absolutely
Harriet, right?
gorgeous.
Which artwork?
That was Harriet.
Oh, it's Harriet. Oh, I
Mhm.
missed that. Oh
Yes.
gosh.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Sorry,
that was
Harriet.
beautiful,
Or
Harriet.
Sis Bennett, as she is named on here.
Under Bennett there. That was beautiful, Harriet.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I try.
You,
You did good work too.
both you and
always
Liz
do.
have a lot of talent that way.
They do.
No,
That-
I'm not at Liz's level. She's
Oh,
on
yeah.
a different, it's a different, I couldn't do what you're doing.
Mm.
So you gonna
I
work on a
can
costume?
try.
Harriet, are you gonna do a costume next year?
I have absolutely no idea for a costume.
The wedding dress.
The 4 wedding dresses.
That would be the most, that would be
No.
amazing if I had that type of pattern. No, that's just, I was thinking more, it doesn't have to, maybe just a hairstyle
Yes.
inspired by Gwen or something like that. I don't know.
Well, there's the one with when she's talking about one of the first times she sees Thierry on the video, that she's got the neck, the thing, and it's got, like a third eye.
Yeah.
And I think she also describes Olala is wearing one at the yellow dance.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then Asen's crown is, not really what I would think of as a crown. It's more like a fine necklace with the snake on it.
Yeah.
Lesser Urias, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. We could do Ace in swimsuit.
That would be cute.
Lantian or
Get an Asen
Yeah,
to
yeah,
wear it. I would love to see the Atlantean swimsuit.
I would love to see somebody do the spacesuit that Gwen and
Hazmat, yeah,
are having
Arita,
to
that's it.
wear. And that would be something that could be very creative. You could probably do it with, I don't know, some cloth and some cardboard boxes and tubes and I don't know what, might be kind of fun.
And around, how are we going to get the helmet? That's
I don't
round.
know. Well, you could probably start with like a motorcycle helmet or something.
Okay.
Or you know, now is a great time to go buy helmets at the stores because a lot of
Costumes.
costumes for Halloween here anyway have helmets with them.
Oh, you don't
That's
want
a
to be
good
next to my
idea.
leg
Power
anymore?
Ranger helmets, you know, those kinds of helmets for the different.
You could
Marvel
spray paint
things.
them. You could spray paint them too.
Yeah, you could do all kinds of things to make them look more Atlantean.
Because
Put the
basically-
seal on, put the
the
seal
thing
on
is-
it. Yeah, put one of the, I think, I'm trying to remember what the name of and I'm sorry, I'm a senior citizen. The name of the group that Asen was in charge of.
Our pilot force?
SPC?
The Space Corps? The Space
Yeah.
Pilot.
And did
Pilot
Vera describe their logo? I seem to think she might have.
She might have.
And you
Yeah, I
could
think
paint
it-
that on,
I don't
spray it
know.
like gray and paint that, or white and spray that and paint that on it.
If I'm not mistaken, it's the Astrodoctra. Astrodoctra?
Astrocadra.
Yeah, that would not be easy. Well,
Astrodoctra.
you could do it. You could do it one-dimensional or one-dimensional looking like two.
Yeah.
Or you could make almost like a compass rose.
That's true too. That would be a really cool idea to do that, and it would not be hard. You could,
Do
you
what?
could add,
Nancy, what did you say? Do what?
Okay, the
oh,
4-point star, but the actual symbol is more like a compass rose. Where you've got your 4 points go down,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
the other 2 points.
Come out, yeah.
Okay, hang
You
on.
were to
just
look at it in a three-dimensional space, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to make one right now. And
An
I keep
Astrocadra
getting, yeah. Here,
Say that fast 5 times.
with what, are you trying it with clay or Play-Doh or something, or,
no, in Photoshop.
oh, in Photoshop? I know,
I think you can
that
even,
Vera had to do it, she had to actually go buy some clay, Play-Doh or something.
yeah,
not
she
clay,
struggled with it herself.
And she made them so, because she had to visualize it and,
And you could print that out on a clear film and apply it like a decal. They got stuff like that now. So
Yeah,
you wouldn't even have to self-draw it. It would be
You could even
would
put it
probably
on
be very
fabric.
yeah.
very true.
That must be Nancy doing, yeah, like that, yeah. A compass rose, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Nancy.
And
you're learning.
in different colors. That would be really cool.
Join
looking.
the art
It would have it would probably have the 4 colors, quadrant colors in it.
That's sort of, yeah.
That's not how I imagined it, because in one of the descriptions, Vera says that if you took a pyramid and another pyramid and stuck them together by the bottoms, that's what you would have. So you have the 4 points,
Well-
but the 4 points go out in all directions. And I
Yeah,
don't
it's
think you
more
can
than
draw
just
that
two
flat.
pyramids.
You
It's
got
Yeah.
a double pyramid there.
like 4 of them.
I
Yeah.
gotta go answer the door. I'll be
This,
right
yeah,
back.
the compass rose isn't exactly it, but it gives the idea of it.
This could be James.
Yeah. The other costumes that I thought would be fun would be for somebody to do some of the Egyptian gods or even the heads, you know, like paper mache or something like the head of
Okay, it's colored now.
Very pretty. I
Very
like it.
Go, Nancy.
But you know, there's so much, I hadn't even thought about that, but there's so much out there now where you wouldn't have to paint it yourself. You could, like I said, make a decal out of it.
Yeah.
Another
Mm.
costume idea, the man in the Nick
the men what?
in the Nikdos cloak.
Thank you, Alex.
All right.
In the
Alex
Nitos
gave me,
quote,
did you see Alex gave
black-
me a 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
the black hero,
Yeah.
black cloaked hero.
That involve only wearing a cloak though, because that could be a little interesting to model for the cosplay contest.
Yeah. Just a basic black outfit.
Yeah.
It has to, it does have to be pants. It cannot be shorts. It has to be pants, and there's
Well,
a
of
reason.
course,
for
he
that.
was all covered in black. Yeah. Did he?
Yeah,
have
and you can get a pair of
mask?
full-on black pants, that don't cost hardly anything.
Oh,
and,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
check pirate costumes,
Yeah, cool.
Or just black pants,
boots,
black
black boots.
leggings.
Black boots, black leggings, black boots,
Yeah.
a black shirt, a turtleneck. I think a turtleneck would look really cool.
Mhm.
With a Dracula cape, the black with the red on the inside.
Don't forget the teeth, right?
Oh, well, he's not a vampire, but
I know, but I
right
couldn't
now,
resist.
if somebody wanted to do that,
A vampire costume would work.
yeah, pretty much. But then at least for the cape.
Get a mask.
Do you have certain scenes that you wish someone more artistically inclined than you could draw? I have a
Yeah.
hard time really visualizing like the Farrakonium chamber with the different levels, even though Vera does an excellent job of describing it. I just desperately want someone else to put it to paper.
I've
Yeah.
tried. It's really hard.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
bet it
believe
is.
you.
Something
I
that
believe you.
I've also tried myself. Because I can do basic architectural type drawings.
Yeah.
I can do the fronts of buildings and what inside rooms look like. But it's been a long time since I've had to do them.
Really hard getting the pyramid, the interior pyramid going up.
Yeah.
In perspective.
Yeah.
That's what's hard. You can
Well,
get
it would be hard to convey the space of
I've
the-
tried. I don't know where
yeah,
I tried.
sort
but
of
I don't
the
have that
real big space of it.
I have a
Liz,
hard
I'd
time
love to see.
visualizing- I've always had a hard time visualizing, and this should be super simple, but I keep getting in my head conflicting descriptions. The observation deck on one of the arc ships, because at one point they talk about having these really wide open windows, and then they talk about there's fairly big spaces between the windows. And then, of course, in the one scene where Asen is kind of lurking in the shadows, I'm like, is it really like one huge window with just really narrow doors between, or is it? I can't quite figure out from the descriptions I've read of what it looks like.
You're talking
Another
about-
cool thing to draw would be the window in Gwen's bedroom at the palace. The with the moons coming through when she gets pregnant.
Harry, it's kind of like this.
I
They're-
actually did that
There's
window
floor and
of
ceiling. See, this is the ceiling and this is the floor.
That's kind of what I thought, that the spaces between the windows were narrow, but then in one of the
Yeah,
descriptions,
they are really, they're maybe a foot, maybe two at the most.
yeah, because in one of the descriptions, it sounded like they were wide, but in most of the descriptions, it sounds like it's almost an uninterrupted view, like you can just.
Well, it is. I mean, the panels may be 10 feet wide,
Yeah.
separated by a foot or two.
Yeah, that's how I picture it.
That's me trying, but I gave up.
That's, what is that?
The Farrakhan chamber.
Farrakhan.
Yeah, that's not, yeah, that's cool.
It's not.
That
it's
is
not-
so cool.
But it's not good enough.
We will take it.
Yeah.
Well, you could,
brain says
you
thank
could build off of it, though. You could build off of it.
Well, it's a lot of work doing all this stuff around and around, and I didn't think it was going in the right direction, so I stopped.
Oh, I think it's not bad at all, Liz. And I have to tell you, I like art, and I know when somebody's art is good. And darling, you've got skills.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
my southern version of that.
please.
That was very Southern.
I just wanted to bless. Well, I'm not going to say bless her heart because she's a good person.
Right. Just bless you. Blessings
Yeah.
upon you.
Yeah.
Right?
One drawing, I just sort of started doing is Amrived night.
Oh,
I thought of doing that too with all the curtains around.
There's so
Oh,
much in those books.
Yeah, that one. And then what's the other one I tried? Then I did one with Gwen in her bedroom with a window.
Window, that would be
And
cool.
she's sitting and reading in one of those
oh,
lounge chairs that she
yeah.
described that Gracie said she would sleep in. That one was a fun one to do.
A cool one would be like the knees and bed of her and Asen looking out that window with the moons. Yeah, that would be cool.
You could do that as a stained glass, Harriet.
On the balcony, where they stand on the balcony.
Or the
First
balcony,
night.
or standing looking out the Astotadra window with the moons.
Chasing each other.
Yeah, and they could
That
just be
one-
silhouetted, you know.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
You could do something. I know you could.
There is so many ideas in those
Mhm.
books that you just
Yeah.
Harriet, I'd love to see you do a stained glass of the sarcophagus chamber with the Book of Everything, because it's so ornate.
Oh.
It has all these little glass things in it.
That
I would love
take
to see your
so
take.
long, but that
Yeah.
would be
You know,
amazing. Harriet. She's not asking for much.
No,
That would be
no,
a
it's fine.
multi-year project
That
for sure.
would take so long. Because
You
with
know-
that, you have to use small pieces of glass. You know how they used to do it in the medieval times. But you can even paint some of those, use the stained glass like paint and get it in there. But that would be a big job. Yeah, definitely.
Many of you probably don't even know who Heather is, but she is on the Facebook group. And I don't know, is Heather on the forum? Heather Dreyer?
I haven't seen her on.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, but
She is on the
anyway,
forum.
she is doing 3D printer art.
Yeah.
And if you're at all on Facebook with her, she's doing a lot of dragons right now, but some other things too, but a lot of, and really interesting. I'd like her to do something like a Pegasus or something for.
She did on a 3D, but I don't think she was happy with it.
Yeah, so I mean, she'd have to keep working kind of, but that would be a cool entry because it'd be on a different medium, a new medium. To see something. Her dragons are amazing. They're articulated, they move. They're not just a plastic.
Very cool.
Thing. They have joints all over, so they move
fantastic.
fluidly. Yeah.
Really good.
Alex gets his drawing talent from his mom. It's totally genetic. One thing that I think would be super fun, and I don't know if I'll ever try my hand at actually drawing because I stink at it, but like food art. I think it'd be really fun doing like some of the foods that she described in the books as well.
Hi, I'm back now. My computer died.
Oh,
Computer died.
Drawing talent from me.
so do you mean, Ellen, do you mean actually cooking a meal or, plate of food and then taking a picture of it like that? Or do you mean drawing food?
So see, I would be more likely to do the former because I cannot draw.
Yeah, so you'd actually make food that you thought looked like Atlantean food.
Like Eos
Right.
pie and stuff.
That would be cool.
Yeah, like Eos pie and glue rolls and
Mhm.
oh gosh, what was the other one?
Nobody said you couldn't do photographs.
Yeah, that's a good
Right,
idea.
I mean, especially if you cooked food, like those stews, those vegetable dishes that,
The stir fried hero
yeah, the
greens.
stir fried,
Yeah.
the stir fried, I can't remember what it's called.
Sorry.
the Eros grains that Asen loves.
Yeah, the grain, yeah, that thing that Asen likes, yeah.
I could whip up some Nikari juice and my Vitamix.
There you go.
I think that
Take a
would be a
picture.
good idea.
There's a local restaurant chain that does, they call it a passion fruit smoothie, but it's the right color and the right texture for the curry juice.
Oh,
Ringu.
The only thing it does, I mean, she mentions it tastes like a sort of a watermelon. If it tastes like a watermelon, I really can't have it. But this has kiwi and passion fruit and I think pear. And those are all blended together.
throw a
But
little
yeah, I mean,
spinach in it.
all art takes on any kind of form we want it to take on.
Yep.
Whether it's Liz is the people that she's doing. It's a room in the house. An idea of something. The layout of their bedrooms.
Who drew the original picture of Gwen that's on the Pinterest board? Was that you, Liz?
Mm-mm.
This
That's
one.
been there forever.
Mm-hmm.
That was a fan a long time ago.
Purple jumper.
Yeah, that
I
was
remember
almost
that
from the
one.
I
beginning.
don't know who that was, but it's a really good drawing.
Yeah,
That was before we even had the forum.
yeah.
Yes.
So if I did something like this, would it? Oh,
Okay, if you want us to see it, you have to take off your background.
Yeah,
got it.
it fades out to nothing when you hold it up.
Yeah.
Huh.
Good.
Yeah.
What-
I was
what-
trying to make it a 3D stop it. Star Pilot. Star Pilot pin that goes under your. I just need to work on the 3D part of it a little more.
He's
Oh, you
agreeing.
mean the Ostrodiamond.
Yeah, Jojo.
Yeah, for the Astro Diamond.
No,
yeah.
not the Ostrodiamond.
Yeah, the Astro Diamond pin.
They're under their armband.
I need to work on the third dimension a little more.
Some shading, the shading might bring it out.
It might, or embossing the lines for the top.
And then we did have someone that put it on Facebook. Unfortunately, that person's not here with us today. That did the
No.
anime version of Manala.
Yeah, that was good too. That was really good.
That was very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that more people will enter next year, so that there's a bigger variety of art and
Maybe that's,
costumes.
yeah, maybe that's something we should be pushing a little bit on the forum and on
We've always had-
Facebook is,
we've always
you
had-
know, it doesn't just have to be a drawing or a paint. It can be all these.
Harriet, you are
Be
one of our group
anything.
Yeah.
you are one of our group experts on Facebook. There's nothing wrong with you posting as much as you want. Or as often. It doesn't have to be just
Well,
the
you want-
admins.
You want people, people have this idea and they say, oh, I'm not an artist, I can't do this. But there's so much that you can do, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be the best drawing or the best costume or the best anything.
Yeah.
Look, if you look at some of the artists, you would look at it and you think, oh, that is rubbish.
Yeah, I agree.
And then it's the most beautiful, and people pay millions of dollars for it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's in the eye, the beauty's in the eye of the
Well, it
beholder.
is. I mean, I'm not a real big fan of Picasso.
I mean, I didn't want to name Picasso's name because somebody might be a big fan of him on this group. But my 3-year-old grandson can make better drawings than that. I mean, so
I
why?
just said I didn't care for him. I didn't say he was a bad artist.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, Nancy, that you just want people to take part. Don't don't judge your art and don't compare with other people's art. Just-
Exactly. That's,
Exactly.
and you know, that's why it's, we're considering doing like a fan art Friday. We'll pick different days of the week and have designated threads that people can post stuff.
Yeah.
We
And
should
maybe
do a-
one of us can post a really bad or a really nice drawing that a 3-year-old made.
Yeah, we could have a separate category for under 16.
True.
It
I
doesn't
don't
have
know,
to be-
some.
We don't have to do,
some they're
we
much
don't have
better.
to do, we don't have to do separate categories. We can just,
Yeah,
you know, somebody puts it on there. Because
Yeah.
mine might be comparable to a 3-year-old, you know?
Put them,
Yes,
they
or
could
if I had a
paint-
costume,
you
it would
can
just
paint
be
your
the gray
eyes, you know,
jumpsuit.
do the Atlantean eye.
yeah.
Yeah.
That, you mean that thing?
So if we submit makeup with our own personal chem, does that, are we still counting that as art?
That's, actually, that goes under costuming.
Costume.
Yeah, because a couple of years ago, we had someone who submitted some they had some amazing costumes. They didn't make them themselves,
Oh.
but they were still amazing. It was
Right.
awesome to see. Like,
Right.
we just want to see it.
Well,
Yeah.
also, I mean, and then we had one person the first year that was just hair and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
And it was
then-
pretty.
And then the one that had the costumes made with boyfriend. I think that's the one you're talking about.
Yeah.
in London, yeah, they lived. in
I mean,
London.
theirs were amazing.
They were
Mhm.
gorgeous.
In
They
fact,
were
we,
beautiful.
as a committee, we had to go back to her and said, you know, hey, look, I'm sorry, but unless your boyfriend is registered, we can't show his picture.
Yeah.
And so the boyfriend registered.
Oh, that's funny. And it was the dad who ended up making those costumes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, I think he at least helped them, yeah.
Yeah. And they're
Yeah.
It doesn't
gorgeous. They
have
were
to be-
so
it doesn't
detailed.
have to be
Mhm.
original. You know, if you've got
Yeah.
somebody who's very talented in that, except the artwork does have to be the person's.
Right.
I would love to see the shoes. If we did like little subcategories for like a Friday thing. Because it would basically, the shoes wouldn't be your own, right? You can't, I'm assuming none of us are cobblers, but I see so many shoes on Pinterest that I'm just like, oh, that one, the low court, high court. Oh, yeah.
Well, I saw a golden boot on Amazon, which I really liked. It was kind of a platformy thing, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Of course, that wouldn't go with my feet, but
Yeah.
you know, Ricky, you could probably pull it off.
I'm much too short to pull off cool boots. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Me too. Which is so funny because I never noticed, I don't look at shoes very much, so I don't.
I don't either. I'm like Gwen, shoes go on the feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Once I find a
I love
comfortable
shoes.
pair, once
I
I find a
always-
comfortable, and when I find a comfortable pair, I might get two in two different colors.
Yeah, right.
Well, remember the description of what Awala and Rita wore to her bridal court? Where it sounded like they had like swirls instead of points for their heels. They talked
Oh.
about how.
Well,
they
and
were under-
Oala, she mentions Oala shoes at the dances.
Yes, she does. Yeah,
Well, Awala. I don't
Very
think she has
high.
any-
very
I don't
high.
think
Yeah.
Awala has any
Since-
limitation on how many shoes she can have.
Well, no, she's rather wealthy in her own right. She's high court. I wouldn't be surprised if she's richer than the Fiore family. Even though her father works, I think he works because he likes it.
Yeah,
He likes it, yeah.
One does get that idea.
yeah. But I think, on the ship, I don't think she had that much,
Yeah,
but
she couldn't
they
have
had the
it.
3D printers. They could print shoes. If she needed them, she'd print them.
Yeah, I doubt that she brought all those fabulous dresses with her.
No. I think
Probably
she
not,
has-
but I think she had access to what was awesome and fashionable in her home life. And so she
Mhm.
might have had thoughts and ideas that she could put into the 3D printer
Oh,
maybe
yes.
other people weren't familiar with.
Patterns. Just had to bring some patterns with her and printer could
And you
produce
have
them.
to have the guts to wear those kind of clothes.
And the
'Cause-
body.
Yeah, 'cause I bought
Yeah.
my daughter a dress for winter formal or something a few years ago, and it had a cutout here and one on the side. And when we were at the store, it was a really good deal because it was like a $1,900 dress, and they had it for sale for $300. And I
Wow.
said, well, it looks really good on you. And I don't mind buying it, but you have to wear it with confidence. This is a dress that you can't just fade. You have to own it. You have to wear it like 5 guys are walking behind you with their tongues hanging out. No.
Did you really say that? That's awesome.
No, actually, my
I mean,
my-
I kind of,
my
you know,
great
and-
aunt said that part. She
Well-
really, she was like 78 years old, and she told her, she brought it out to show her, look what mom got me, and she said, you have to wear that like there's 5 men following you with their tongues dragging on their back. I was like, oh, go ahead, Pat.
I mean, you know, I kind of think of, you know, the blue dance with Chiyoko, and you know how uncomfortable she looked in that dress. The way
Yeah.
that Gwen described, you know, she's got this poofy dress, and she's just not the poofy dress type girl.
Yeah. That
Um,
would be a great costume for somebody to make that, you know, to the awkward dress that the girl, you know, she just picked a dress that she thought was the kind of dress you'd wear to a dance, but she never
Yeah.
thought about
you know,
herself.
but the, you know, we
Yeah.
don't know what she wore to the green dance, but the other two, she wore a uniform.
Yeah.
She was very uncomfortable in her body, and that
Yeah.
was, you know, due to her size and her culture and everything surrounding that. And so almost whatever she wore, she might have been uncomfortable in it, except the uniform. So maybe that's why.
Well, and then in the uniform, at least after they were on the ship, the uniforms fit them properly.
Yeah.
Up until then, they didn't fit them very well.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially her, because she was
More
big.
generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a tad on the big side.
Yeah, I'd like to see LaRonda take her under her wing a little bit and show her what she could, you know, in the proper outfit, what she could really look like, you know?
Now, Consul Denham
Well,
do it.
now the way
Familiar
Gwen
with her.
describes her at the bridal the bridal reception, she looked pretty nice.
Didn't
Yeah, I think-
Consul Denham help her friends with picking out patterns for that?
Yeah, I think he picked out the outfits with Gwen's help. They picked out those outfits and sent it to her. That's what Gwen said.
I don't know if
Gracie was late.
I don't know if he did, because he's more for Gwen and even for her like brother and sister. But I'm sure that they had people that could help them. And I'm sure LaRonda and Dawn probably had something to say
idea.
about it,
Mhm.
because they have pretty good taste in what
Yeah.
LaRonda has excellent taste.
Yeah.
Well, I think actually he did, because when Gracie was late when she was picking a dress for the, you could double check this with Harriet's super memory.
I think,
But
I think you're right, Sarah. I think Consul Denham did actually do some consulting for all of her friends.
Right, because they
Yeah,
were
the-
there when she was picking out the dress. And she got one with a length where she said she'd have to pick out some super duper shoes. And then she asked him to help her friends. And then Gracie showed up late and said that she just showed up from space, having gone through the ghost moon a bunch of times.
You remember it better than I do, Sarah. I better
Well,
go
just-
back and read that section.
Oh, it said read all the
Yes,
books
she-
again.
Gwen did say that they picked out outfits for all her friends.
Yeah.
Yes. And
That's what I
Council
thought.
Denham helped, yeah.
Well, I think she picked them out and gave them a choice. And then they picked out whichever one they actually wanted.
Really? I
Yeah.
don't remember any of that.
That's not-
She
that's
helped,
not
she helped
Congress
pick them
related.
out with, to find out that they were suitable for court. Because Gwen was still not familiar and LaRonda definitely didn't know. Now, I doubt that they helped Bree. Bree was just Bree. I
Yeah,
just
but
like-
she wore her clothes with confidence.
Yes.
So that, and a lot of times, even if you don't wear the right thing, if you wear it the right way, you can make it work.
Look at the Academy Awards. God, I can't believe some of the things people wear to that.
Yeah, there's a
That's true.
little more than a Band-Aid across here. And, just barely
that.
covering other,
If that, sometimes it's completely see-through with just
Yeah.
little covers for certain parts of the anatomy.
I don't
Yeah.
know if anybody has ever watches Outlander, when they were in France. And the
Yes.
stuff that the
Those
women
outfits.
wore to court, they'd have little pasties, that's it, with the
The one-
tassels.
The one girl wasn't even wearing that, the mistress. The girl with the red dress that came up under and then had the attachments.
Well, I thought they were, and I think they were rouged as well.
And the thing is, in some cultures, that's the way people dress is
Yeah,
they don't.
Well,
cover-
this was
Look at
18th
ancient
century
Egypt.
France.
Ancient Egypt, that's how they dressed. Women often did not cover their breasts.
Well, yeah, because of the heat and most of the time they had just the midsection
Mhm.
that covered their private parts. That was it. That's all they covered.
mhm.
Kind of like a
maybe-
thin kilt.
Maybe some of the poor sections in on the planet Atlantis, they might dress the same.
I like how Vera refers to the people outside Atlantis as the wild people. In the new chapters. I thought
Oh,
that was
yes.
so cool. I was like, oh
wild
yes,
people,
the
yeah.
wild people, Ooh, that's my popcorn.
Obnoxious.
I think
Wild.
I was just thinking, Liz, what she could do next drawing, which she should try is, because I haven't got that type of skill, is Anu and LaRonda coming hand in hand to the wedding.
Oh, that's a lot.
Does she have to go get him?
I'm only doing faces at the moment.
Oh, you're not the whole body, huh?
Okay, but you can do the two faces, that awkward shy type of a face of Anu.
I've still got to find a good version for Anu.
Yeah, he's a harder one to.
Wait a minute. Here's a drawing I did of Gwen at the red dance, dressed as Carmen. But I haven't posted it anywhere because I'm not 100% sure I like it.
Oh, I think that's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you
That's
on speaker view. Now talk, now say something.
Oh,
Say something. Liz.
It's the
Say
same
something,
model. It's the same model as
There, now you're on full screen.
yes,
Yeah.
see, you need to talk to be on full screen, Liz, otherwise. you
The
keep
only
going
the
off.
only thing is, Liz, with that one,
it's the same model as
her-
this girl. It's
her
the same-
neckline needs to be a little lower and the jewel like right in the
The
right in the
cleavage
middle.
needs to show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that
It's not a lot, but enough to know that they're
Oh,
there.
it's
You
beautiful.
can see it. It's just you can't see it on the picture, but it's there. There's
Okay.
a little shadow just
A
here
little
and here
shadow.
with
Yeah,
the thing in the middle.
Mm.
But
that's
what do
great.
That's
Amazing.
gorgeous.
That's gorgeous.
you think that looks like Gwen at the Red Dance?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay,
So
well, I might
beautiful.
post it.
What else have you got in that drawing book? of yours?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Huh?
Let's see all your
more.
art.
One more.
Yes.
You know who I thought would make a good Anu? Has anybody watched oh, for heaven's sakes, that Neil Gaiman thing that's on Netflix or something right now?
American Gods or something like that.
No, not that one. The guy that plays Morpheus. And
I have not watched any of
I
that.
must not have watched that one.
well, the actor just made me think of Anu. He'd be good at it.
There's a few pictures on Pinterest with possible contenders for Anu.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Pinterest.
Photographs of models or actors or something like that.
Yeah.
On Vera's
There is a Pinterest page or two that are on the Atlantis Grail.
Yeah.
If you type it in.
Well, ladies, we've had some ideas. We need to talk it up amongst the folks that are not coming to these. So Facebook, forum, however we can do that, we need to get more people involved and wanting to participate. We'll probably be doing some more promoting of the actual con as well as the stuff here. Now, we do have our next one scheduled. Our next pre-con activity will be on November the 11th at 10 o'clock Eastern.
I'll be in Sydney.
I know you will.
We know.
Cool.
Okay, Liz, we tried to make it to where it was like mid-afternoon in Sydney.
What do you need?
Is it on the 11th, huh?
On the 11th, it's a Friday.
Okay, that's good. Because the
Um,
Saturday I'll be busy.
But
I think the way I figured it would either be at 12 or 1 o'clock in Sydney.
would it be Friday or Saturday there?
It'll be Saturday.
It'll be Saturday for Liz.
Yeah.
It'll be Saturday afternoon.
It's no good. I'm having a family reunion on Saturday, the 12th. I can't possibly do it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, it's,
That's
um,
okay. But
uh,
other people who are in that part of the world would. be
yeah,
able-
that's the whole thing about the doing the pre-convention stuff is we're trying to get more participation from people all over the world because Vera has fans all over the world. We can't just make everything at, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock Eastern for the United States because that's may not be good for somebody, well, like Liz in Athens and Harriet in South Africa. Some of these will be in the middle of the night for them. Some of them will be in mid-afternoon. So that's what we're gonna try.
It's good. It's just the day that all of my family are coming together for a family reunion on the 12th.
Well, I kind of wanted to do the next Friday, but that's when Vera's going to be in Vegas.
Okay.
And I didn't want to interfere with anybody that might want to go see her.
I'm
Are
very
you-
sorry, I'll be absent. It's the equivalent of American Veterans Day on that
It is
day here in.
Veterans Day.
Is it Veterans Day for you guys too on the 11th?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It is for us here in Canada too. So there's lots of parades and lots of hullabaloo.
Well,
I
I got a
just-
question. I got a question. If we want to try to get Liz involved in this, we could do it later in the day. But
Not
I don't know.
really. Not
Huh?
really, because 10 o'clock Eastern PM is about as late as we're gonna go.
Okay.
What
I
about
thought
doing?
I wrote AM. I don't know why I did that.
What about doing it
He's
on the
probably gonna be-
Saturday for you, Saturday night for you, and that'll be Sunday midday for me, which will be okay.
We could make it the 12th.
Oh, Sarah, are you the one that posted Tom Sturridge or who was that? That
I did,
Tom-
yes.
It's
Yeah.
Sarah here.
Unless you have a New York Times subscription, you can't get to the picture.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, that's New York Times. It's always
You
that.
you can just Google his name. And
I just Google
just-
him. Yeah.
I just, he seemed interesting as an option. I didn't realize there was Pinterest with lots of people, so.
Yeah.
Liz, we could make it, we could do Saturday night instead of Friday night.
Yeah, well, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know why that,
Okay.
seems like that would work. Certainly works for me.
What time did you say, Nancy?
It would be 10 o'clock Eastern, which
Um,
would be probably around 6 a.m. for you.
5 maybe.
4 o'clock in the morning for me.
Okay,
What time, what? At 10 PM would be,
It's I'm
Yeah,
6
it's-
hours, I'm 6 hours in front.
oh, I thought you were 7 or 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were
Hours.
7.
That makes it at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it'll be 3 a.m. for me.
Yeah, that's not good.
so I mean, the thing is, we are never going to get a time or a date that's going to fit everybody.
No.
So that's why we're doing different days and different times.
Yeah, I suffer from insomnia, so doesn't really bother me what time it is.
I have the
With
same
with
issue.
the con, I think one of the games was like at 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I remember that, Harriet. I don't know how you do it.
And you still did so well.
Yeah, but my reaction time becomes slow.
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
you beat me and I wasn't in the middle of the night for me, so good for you. Because
Ladies, gotta go.
Thing,
See you in a bit. Bye, fellas.
Okay.
Bye, Ricky.
See you, Ricky.
The one thing that, I will tell you that we won't do is we won't get up at 2 a.m. to do this. So it has to be somewhat convenient for us. And, that we don't fall asleep.
Look, if I fall asleep, I sleep. I will not like set my clock for it. But I sleep, yeah.
And that's understandable. And I mean, like I said, we fully understand that. But in the same, we do have a lot of friends in the Australian, New Zealand areas. So we need to have something that, that they can do as well.
Yeah, they can do. We just want them to come and put, I mean, you look at the numbers here also, and then you think, oh man, it should at least be 50.
The times will work better for Asia as well if you've got people there that want to join in.
Yeah.
I do know that there's fans in New Zealand and Australia. Germany,
India.
There's India.
Yep.
we
Philippines.
do have one in India.
I don't know if anyone from Philippines is registered yet, but there are people from there.
So like I said, we won't be able to get everybody every time, but so we'll just keep switching things around. But I can do that since it's not posted yet. I can make it Saturday, I can make it Saturday the 12th.
And what if you made it 11 PM Eastern?
And that's really not going to help.
Well, it would make it.
It's really not going to make that much of a difference.
It might for Liz and Harriet.
No, you don't have to worry about me when it comes to times.
Because it would be either 12 or 1. 11 is kind of late.
Eastern time?
Yeah,
I don't know. That doesn't seem bad.
it is for me. I mean,
Well,
11
you're
Eastern.
10 o'clock your time.
Yeah. And that's late for me to want to, by that time, I'm usually sound asleep.
Okay.
Yep.
Not me.
Oh, well, I know you're, but sometimes I'm in bed as early as 9.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But then I get up at 5:30, so.
Yeah, that's what I don't do.
I know, me neither.
is anybody else thinking about going to Las Vegas?
I can't.
It's,
I am thinking about it. But unfortunately, my husband just had a health setback a couple of days ago. And so now I'm not so sure I'm gonna be able to go, but I'm still thinking about it. I haven't made reservations or anything, so it'd be a last minute kind
No,
of
but
thing.
it's a driving one for me. I thought, gosh.
Well, it's a driving one for me too, yeah. Yeah, because you're in the Phoenix area right there, or
I'm in Tucson.
in Tucson, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm in Prescott, so it's a driving one for me, and I could definitely do it at the last minute, but yeah, I don't know what's gonna go on with that, so.
yeah, I briefly thought about flying out there, for a couple days, but
Yeah.
it's not my favorite place and
No, outside smells like marijuana, inside smells like cigarettes.
yeah, and I can't stand that and yeah. So I just decided, no, I'm not gonna spend the money on that.
Yeah.
I have
That's
other
kind of where I am
spend
too.
it on next year, so
If you had other things to do, yeah, but.
yeah.
Just for that. Yeah.
I just,
Well,
Maybe-
ladies, I'm going to go ahead and cut us off. We're actually overtime, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh,
it's good to see everyone.
Yes. Good to see
Yes.
everyone.
I like your hair, Shelley.
Oh, thank you. I got so sick of always having to put it back in a ponytail for everything because that
It is cute.
way I could control it. And
Yeah,
it
I
is-
chopped it off.
you did.
I did.
Uh-huh.
That's why mine's chopped off because it
Yeah,
gets out of control very easily.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Well, goodbye, everybody.
bye-bye, everybody. Enjoy your evening.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.